Love brings the heat to them. Lady
Lady
Love
Love
heat.
Heat.
Lady
Lady
Love
Love
heat.
Heat.
Lady
Lady
Love
Love
heat.
Heat.
And
And
Hitman
Hitman
E
E bring
brings
the
the heat
heat
to
to
them.
them.
Hitman
Hitman
E.
E.
Hitman
Hitman E.
E. You listening? Lady Love and
Nope.
Hitman
Lady
E.
Love and
Ah.
Hitman E. How
welcome,
y'all
welcome
doing today?
to our amazing opportunity and show. It's the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review. And we are so honored today because not only do we have a beautiful guest here, but we have our featured artist of the week, which is
Sky Covington.
Sky Covington is our featured artist. Give it up for
Heart it
Sky
up and like it
Covington.
up.
Heart it up and like it up. But we have an amazing guest today that we are going to hear her speak regarding what she represents, what she's doing in the city of Detroit and the metropolitan area, why she's doing what she's doing, and what to look for. So we want to honor today our beautiful queen, Terry Hughes. Give it up for Terry
Welcome,
Hughes.
Miss
Welcome,
Terry.
Terry.
Heart it up and like it up,
Oh
everybody.
my goodness. So it's just so let's pay our bills first, right?
Of course, of course, of course.
You gotta talk there.
Oh, I didn't even know that that's what that meant. But yes, you guys are watching the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Live Music Review Show on WJZZ Cool TV, coolest radio station in the world. We are live on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, via Restream, which is the best platform to stream. And we want you guys to make sure you guys definitely show some love, show some engagement, like, comment, share, subscribe, so we can engage with you guys back and bring the underground to the forefront. Thanks again for watching WJZZ Cool TV.
And that's what it's all about. He just rolls that off like waves, like it just flows
how
out of
it
his mouth. I'm like, yeah, and yes.
Yes, that's what
So,
we're doing.
you know what? So before we connect with Terry, just so you all are aware of what we do, who we are a mother and son duo that decided to connect with the world. We started this platform in 2020
COVID, baby.
during COVID, and this basically was on Lady Love Music on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, everywhere. And what I would like to definitely make sure that you are aware of is that with knowing what we do and why we do what we do, we are opening our world and bringing your world into our world. We have so many artists all over the world. We have people connecting with us from Africa, from Switzerland, from the United States, everywhere, and bringing your music to the United States and being able to hear what you have to say, hear how you play your music, hear what you bring and the gifts that you bring to us. That's what this platform is all about.
Definitely.
We review your we do feel beat. We also do what are the other ones?
Mix, and if you have a YouTube video, then we actually review the video as well, so giving you a total of 30 to 40 points.
30 to 40 punts. That's it.
That's just how
But
it goes.
what we're here to do is not bash your music. We're here to uplift you and grow and develop. And as we grow and develop together, not only will your music be great, our music will be great too because we're artists as well. So we're just here to work together. So just so you know what we're doing and why we're doing that, if you're a first time comer, welcome to the show. Please come back again, and we'll love to have you and call in.
Call in, submit some music, be a
Yes.
part of the show. We know a lot of artists do watch, and sometimes they feel bashful, don't want to get their music judged, but that's not what we're here to do. We're here to give constructive criticism and
Yes.
feedback, so that way you know how your song can be improved, or if it even needs to be improved at all. But we're not A&Rs, we're not judges, we're not critics, so it's not no animosity or hate towards anybody's music. We just sharing opinions and giving you feedback that could be useful in the future.
Absolutely. Now he's a techie guy. So I'm not as techie. See, I'm more of the filler. He's more of the logistics and all of the good stuff, and that's what you need. We all need that.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds. Now I have a little bit of logistic. I got a little bit of experience in that. You think?
Yep.
Hey, you took too long. I'm not confident in that
Hey,
answer.
cut that. No.
Right, cut, go back. I need you to respond just a little bit quicker, sir. I'm gonna pull your hair. I can pull it because I'm the mama. You know, I know y'all like y'all. You lying? Ain't that ain't your son? Yes, this is my big baby. So, we're going to play one song, and then after that song, we're going to get into speaking with Terry, and also going into the featured artist. So,
Yes, ma'am. Well, since the feature artist is the feature artist, we are gonna play the feature artist first. We're
okay,
not gonna
cool
change
beans.
it up. You know, that's how we used to do it on the show. You know, feature artist was an honor.
So yeah, so okay, so the featured artist is first. Yes, yes, sir. I the
Yeah, yeah.
correction. I'm standing corrected. Standing corrected. So we're going to play Sky Covington. Sky
Yes,
Covington
ma'am.
is a Detroit native. She has been performing for decades. She is a neo soul. She is a philanthropist. She is an activist. She has done so much for the community. Hug Detroit Day is one of her venues that she makes sure that she honors yearly. And this year was the 10th annual Hug Detroit Day event that went down. Where were we
I
at?
heard they had a
Black Bottom
very
Park. We were down at Black Bottom Park. It was a great event.
yeah. I
You
heard
know,
they had a very good ambassador there too as well. You know,
yeah.
doing her thing. It was really nice.
Okay, yes, over there was an ambassador there, but yes, so Sky has given her time, her energy, her love to make sure she cares for the world. Not only has she worked with so many people, but she doesn't mind taking her time to build and develop others. I am one of those people that she did not mind taking the time to connect with and offer her assistance and services, and the best of our worlds, the best of both worlds came together. And it's an honor to say that she is my sister. It's an honor to say that I can call her friend. You can't call too many people your friend. It's a that's a very sacred and very sensitive word to say, but for her to be a friend, to be a sister, someone that I can call and cry to when I'm very emotional or fragile. You know, Sky Covington does not mind opening her world. And that's a beautiful thing. She is covered by her husband, Mr. William Freeman, that enables her and encourages her to push forward. And as she continues to go forward, she can help and build and grow others. And that's what life is all about. Do you have those people around you? You know, can you say, yes, I want to help develop? Yes, I will love for you to work with me, or I would love to work with you. I can pair with you. And that's something that she stands on. That's her light that shines. So we are going to play
All of Me by
All of
Sky
Me
Covington.
by Sky Covington. Everybody give it up for our dear sister queen.
Critics are hailing the woman king.
That's crazy. Oh, that's you.
All of me. Why not say all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my leg. I want to stand.
Okay, you were just listening to Sky Covington in All of
All of
Me.
me.
All of Me is a song that she performs frequently. She actually portrays Billie Holiday in one of her productions, which is an unlimited Sky production. She actually portrays Billie Holiday. She portrays her very well. And All of Me is a song that Billie Holiday mainly, that was one of her songs that she really, really did very well. So when Sky Covington goes into that character, that is someone that she becomes, and she can really, really, really make it happen when she becomes Billie Holiday. So that was All of Me by Sky Covington, and that was actually one of the actual videos from the Satin Dow Review. She basically started the Satin Dow Review a few years ago. I say about 4 years ago. And recently it's really been kicking off. We'll be starting back up very soon. And you'll get to see Sky Covington become Billie Holiday in the near, near, near future. So that was one of our that was our beloved song. Well, that was our beloved singing, All of Me by Billie Holiday. Now, I would like to get into our guest here.
Okay.
Um,
We still got to do a little
do you
review
still?
of it.
Oh, you want to
know,
review
it's
it?
a live performance. We do
Okay.
actually have a live performance segment as well. We actually haven't used it on this show because this is the first one we've seen. But you do remember how it was, the band, the vocals, and the stage presence.
Yes,
That's still,
yes.
It's still gonna be 30 out of 30. It's just a different categories because it's a live performance.
Okay.
Honestly, it is a 30 to me because the band was dope and they had a very, you could tell that they like work well together. It wasn't like a it wasn't like somebody trying to steal spotlight, stuff like that. They all had their lanes and they did very well together.
They
Her
stayed in their
vocals
lanes.
sounded clean, but it's expected though. It's the Saturn Doll Review Show. You're not gonna give nothing less than perfect. You know,
Yeah.
give nothing less than your all. It was dope to me. I liked it.
Lovely.
Um,
So
It was
basically,
for sure a 30 for me.
okay, okay, yep. I second that, and I mean, I'm a fan of Sky Covington's, so to hear her low tones, to hear her jazz style, and also be able to become a a legend, a lady of jazz, which is Billie Holiday, for her to actually mimic her in the best way that she could with her own style and Billie's style, that takes talent. That takes a certain type of energy to be able to really grasp and really connect with that energy. I love the feel. The beat was the band was the beat. The band is live. And for her to actually really portray, like you can hear her portray Billie. Billie, just to let you know a little bit about Billie Holiday, she drank, and the way that she was able to really perform and actually do her quote unquote best was when she was under the influence. So if you all hear Sky Covington in the show actually sing, she may not be singing like a normal jazz singer. She might be slurring a little, swaying a little bit because she had to portray Billie, and that takes some raw, rough talent. And that is an actress, bar none, a diamond actress. So I second that. To give her a 30. Terry, what do you think? Because we're going to actually have our guests actually chime in as well. So we would love to hear what Terry has to say. But then we're going to go into Terry's life story. But we're going to have her review first.
I actually love her. I love her idea. I think it's original for her to do a blast from the past. Nobody has done or doing anything
Yeah.
as such a production like this. The audience is always so tuned in to all of the different elements that they bring to the stage. It's not just a singing performance, it's actually the set
Yeah.
of each character and the outfits, and everything is just put together so well. I always enjoy it to see it.
Beautiful. So Terry has been to one of the events. Tell us about your experience when you do go to see, the Satin Dolls and seeing Sky perform.
It's
How do you
almost
feel?
like a live film setting.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
It kind of gave me some ideas, and I was like, why don't y'all do more? Let me coach you and bring you into actually a little bit of their mindset before they even came out on a stage and create a script, and let's go for it. But so she's chewing on it.
She's
She
chewing on
likes
it.
that idea. But I really like, it's always somebody new added to the cast, which makes it more mysterious, and it makes you more excited about who's going to be the new person added to the act.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love it. I love it always.
I love when we're getting ready to go on, and just hearing and seeing everybody just really take on the role and become these legends, these beautiful women, telling their story as best as we can. But when you're there, you can really feel.
That's
You
what I
can
like the most about it, because
feel
they're
the
already
energy.
becoming the character.
Yeah,
So they're not too far off
right.
from
Them.
just tapping into a little bit more
Yeah.
to put more of the production with it.
Yeah, because just like you're putting you're colliding both worlds. You're connecting with both worlds, your world and their world. And the audience feels that they're so zoned in. And it's a beautiful experience. I'm loving it. Well, we talked about our featured artist, Sky Covington. Let's talk about Terry Hughes. Who is Terry Hughes?
Terry Hughes is a creator, an innovator, a person that believes in the voice not heard, the stories not told. My films are centered around life stories, and not just the stories that you see the person made. You see how they came through the struggles that made them be who they are. My stories are the stories that people might not be comfortable with some of the subject matters, but it's the stories that are killing our communities. It's the secrets that we keep under the rug. It's the stories and the information that we see our kids and our families walk in our shoes and not understand why they're mimicking these things that we don't teach them, but it's what they see.
Yeah.
It's what's become their world. And so our new series that we're going to be working on is called They Live in Our Shoes. And it is basically a series that talks about 5 women that share a story period of their life struggles, and they go and they get help. But what they discover is some of the secrets and lies that were told in their families that resulted to their behaviors and their relationships that they walk out, their habits. And so it's going to be something very original, because we're not just doing a film, we're coming together with the community. Not only with the stories, the recipients giving their stories, but we're going to be training these recipients' younger selves. So we're connecting with youth so that we could mentor and pour into them of real life lessons, real shared stories, so that we can transform our communities and really talk about these subject matters. So
That is very dope.
we would
Isn't
say
that
it's a
amazing?
mental
Yeah.
health platform. I am a mental health advocate, and I struggled with a lot of trauma growing up. My mother moved to Israel when I was 12 years old, and that was an Oprah Winfrey story in my day, because the fathers were not raising their kids then, not their mothers. And so the mental and the emotional trauma that I went through, the embarrassment, was for me life changing. I think I had low self-esteem. I think I dealt with, nobody knew, because I modeled and I danced. I did professional ballerina and modern jazz. But it wasn't the skill set it was me just me and my nakedness. I felt like I was up under a rock. And the conversations weren't had. There's no platforms for how you think and you feel and the effects of your traumas. And so that's what we're going to be doing with our films, making a difference through actually showcasing what we see and what we portray in our homes. And we're struggling in silence.
For you to be able to have, okay, I'm getting excited. Let me calm down. You already know. Put your arm on my shoulder. He already knows what to do. He touched my leg. Okay, it's okay. For you to be able to have the courage, that takes some strong courage to open up to open up your world, to be naked, literally, spiritually naked and vulnerable, and express that to young men and women that are vulnerable as well but are shelled. For you to be able to, receive the creation to heal the world, make it a
Okay.
better place.
It's funny you say that.
For you and for me.
My life has always been a canvas in my pain. God told me early on that he was going to use me like Moses. That I would go in and free the people from the broken bondages that they're in. And I didn't understand what that meant at the time because I was in the
You were
brokenness.
in it. And what a vessel to be used that is already in it, that is already on the potter's wheel, that can be reshaped.
Well, that's the salt.
Yes.
That is the ministry of it. We gloat about the beauty of how we come out, but the real ministry is dealing with it.
Dealing with it.
Where does your mind go? How do you emotionally navigate yourself through it? And so I have always been a person to expose myself in it,
Yeah.
always.
You see
Just
what
to
I'm saying?
free myself so that I wouldn't feel the burden of it inside,
Yeah.
to just tell it.
And people that are faced with the trauma and faced with the adversaries and faced with the oppression and faced with the words and lists go on. When you're faced with it, some people don't want to actually go through it. They stop. They're like, no, I'm not dealing with that.
They can't.
And then they turn back around, but not knowing that it's about to come back to show you that
But
you
the
need to
thing
deal
is,
with it
You
and go through it.
you're going through it anyway.
Going through it anyway.
It's a lens. Your pain is a lens, like this glasses.
Yes.
If the moment that you're impact, you're bleeding, it's not going to stop. And so it's going to become your guide in how you receive love, how you don't receive love, how you feel about yourself.
Yep.
It's going to trigger you mentally with shadows of things that's not even going on. So whether you want to face it, you're already in it.
You're already in it. And whether you know it or not, you have to deal with it and go through it to become better. So what about what happens to the men, the women, the boys, the girls, the children that are facing it and don't really understand it? Then what?
And so that's the thing. My mother just passed from an accidental death, hiking and walking in Israel, hiking and walking in Arizona. And I've been going through her books and diaries and reading parts of her journey that I didn't know who she was. And so a lot of her own demons, unspoken, have been things I had to face and fight, because there's 3 generations, there might be more. Her generation is the baby boom. They're taught what happens in this house stay in this house. The generation before that is the silent generation, our grandmothers. When they've been raped, they hold it in. So when you get to me, I want the truth. It's already hurting, so you might as well tell me the truth because I'm already dealing with it. And it caused a wedge between us because of how she was raised, and she couldn't voice her pain and her feelings and be validated for that.
Yeah.
So my job now is to change that. I taught my kids different. I tell them what's happening, what's going on. You validate the feelings, you validate. It's natural. It's just how you respond to what you're dealing with.
Now, who does that sound like?
That sound like a guru.
That sounds like a guru. That's how I taught and teach my sons.
Yeah.
Communicate.
And it's crazy because you notice, like, as a child, or even when you getting older, from being a kid and learning what you learned and what was embedded in you basically as a child, as you do get older, you start to realize things that you learned and things that habits that you've picked up, and just your mentality, the way you think is literally shaped from your birth. And I didn't realize how basically who house I'm under, who roof I'm under, can really affect the way I grow up as a person.
Yeah.
I never thought that that would be the case. I never understood why I looked at certain things certain ways. And when you sit down and really think about how you react to certain things, or how you react to what people say or what people do, it's really based off of what you were seeing, or what people reacted off of what you would do. Like, it's literally like a chain reaction that can only be broken by the person that's really invested in thinking about what's going on in their life. And that's why it was like, once you told me how your stories are and how your actual projects are being, it was like, that's so perfect, because that's what's needed today.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot of people in this world that don't even know that they are only the way they are because of how they were brought up.
How their paradigm has been. So, being a young mom, being an older mom, being a silent mother, being a mother that can only express a certain way, or just keep it in a house, keep it chaotic, or whatever the case may be. You learn, you see, you grow and develop from that. You really don't even understand what you're growing and developing into.
Right.
So to hear the stories of the women, I'm excited. I'm excited to hear those stories. Because not only am I excited to hear what they have to say, it would continue to help us all grow and become better men and women. Not just women, but men too.
We're going to do men too.
Exactly.
The first series is going to be women. I've already got 5 men that are pushing me down to do it. And so I'm going to be training men that are the younger version of these men and their stories. And so the mentorship that's going to take place is going to deal a lot with the emotional and mental state of different scenes and different scenarios.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, you are watching. You want to go ahead and pay some bills?
Just
Go
about
ahead,
to
baby.
do it. Yeah, if you guys are just now tuning in, you are watching the LadyLove and Hitman E Underground live music review show with the very, very, very special guest today, streaming on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and any other social media platforms that you can get your hands on,
Yes.
other than Instagram for now. And if you are tuned in right now, please like, share, comment, and subscribe, so we can make sure you guys are engaged with us, and we can
Yes.
engage with you guys just right back. We are actually having a great, great conversation
We
right
are.
now.
I
And we are
mean-
going to get back into the music very shortly.
Yes. So just to just talk about Terry, she is a film writer, a director, and CEO of BL Productions. You can find her on BLP for Kids Only .live to see where she will be, what she has going on, so you can continue to follow her story, and actually see her film when she produces the film and it's actually in you know, in the making. I'll let her go into how that's going to be. But it's an honor to have you, Terry. It's an honor to be sitting with you
Thank you.
and to know that you've been summoned to help enlighten the world, to help them see how their paradigm has been um, set up, programmed. Their subconscious has been programmed, and they're actually acting out all they know. And you know what you're doing, you're going to not only break barriers, but you're building a new nation, you know, so people can rebuild themselves again with Alpha Omega's help. You know, and the help is coming from you. You know, you're the light, you're the enlightenment, you know, and the world needs that. So it's an honor to be with you, Sister Terry. You got me crying like, oh my God.
So glad to have you here with us.
All right, so let's get into our featured artist. We are going to continue to listen to the smooth grooves of Sky Covington. And
We actually have another submission, and then we was gonna get into Sky.
okay,
But I did want to play this. This song is called Venus by Alanis.
okay, so we're going to move forward with another artist, and then we'll go back to the
Yep, and
feature.
then we'll go to the featured artist again.
Okay.
Once again, this is Venus by Alanis.
Going in circles, 12 rounds we go, fighting delusion that we are at war. Supposed to be a team, but we ain't playing on the same side. Shit is so ironic on the lettuce I've been paying for a free ride. Supposed to be a team, but we ain't even playing on the same side. Shit is so ironic on the lettuce I've been paying for a free ride. Where did we go so wrong? How long have we ignored the truth? Biding our time in the end, we both got nothing to lose. It's like we're burning, burning in this fire, and now we're drowning, drowning underwater. Supposed to be a team, but we ain't playing on the same side. Shit is so ironic on the lettuce I've been paying for a free ride. Supposed to be a team, but we ain't even playing on the same side. Shit is so ironic on the lettuce I've been paying for a free ride. The ones that hurt us.
That was Venus by Alanis. Spell Alanis. It sounded very good. I like that song. a
You
lot.
liked it?
Yeah,
Tell me why.
I liked it because she had an energy about it that made it to where it sounded like she was having fun in the song, but at the same time, she really serious. Like you heard it saying, like you're supposed to be a team, you know, but we ain't even playing on the same side. She's serious. Like she really hurt about that, but it sounded like she got over it, and now she coming true to herself. You know, like she said, her name is Atlantis. You know, it's like she found herself and she basically becoming a better version of herself. That's what it sounded like to me. That's what I got from the song. We didn't play the full thing,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
To hear a conclusion.
Time, yeah, you know, because
Yep.
of time. But from what I got from it, I liked it a lot.
What
I do think the mixing was the best part. Like it sounded like it was mixed so well, but the vocal takes sounded like they were raw almost, but
So
they
you
had
think it-
effects on the song that
Mhm.
made it sound better.
So I feel that, yep. So with her vocals, you felt like it should have been
Just a little cleaned up.
cleaner. Okay.
Maybe she could have like been backed up from the mic, or they could have lowered the vocals.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it just needed a EQ. It was just something like it sounded like it was too raw.
Mm-hmm.
But they did have some nice effects on the mixing that
That kind of
definitely
helped
made it
it.
sound like a good song.
Yeah, it sounded like it was almost a lo-fi but a hi-fi mixing.
Yeah, definitely. I see what you're saying. Like
The
the
lo-fi is more real
effects,
raw.
the lo-fi effects like they be having on there. But I see what you're saying.
Yep, yep. So it should either be lo-fi or hi-fi. So now moving forward with the next project, let's, look for a more either lo-fi or hi-fi.
Yeah, just
So
a more uniform sound.
yep, more uniform sound. What I did pick up from the song was the storyline, and the storyline was basically they weren't getting along, they weren't working out well, they weren't, vibing, and it tallies on what Terry Hughes is basically mentioning. Hey, you know what? This is where we are. This is the bump in the road. We're living this way, but why are we living this way?
Right, let's
you
acknowledge
know
it.
yeah, but it sounds like in the song she wants to acknowledge it, she wants to talk about it, but they're not meeting of the minds. And when you get to that bump in the road, what do you do about it? Are you going to move forward? Are you going to make a decision to work it through, or make a decision to part ways? So
Set me
um,
free.
yeah.
Let
Yeah,
me
so
be.
that's what I grabbed. What did you get from it, Terry?
I think I agree with the sound and the message. Message is so important.
Mm-hmm.
People can get lost in the sound, but what are we putting out?
Right.
You know,
What are you saying?
yeah, what are you saying? What is it? What are you really trying to get people to understand?
Yeah, yeah. And that's good. Like whenever if she ever does do an interview, she'll have the opportunity to actually express and explain what she meant in her sound,
Right.
and in her songs. So we'll continue the good work. Keep it up. We'd love to hear
Definitely.
more.
As far
Submit
as,
more music.
ratings go, uh, the mix, I'll give that a 9 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
The feel overall was a 10 for me,
Mm-hmm.
and the beat as well. So 29 out
29.
of 30 for me. That's
Yep.
it's decent. That's good. That's good. That's really
Okay,
good.
okay.
Honestly.
Yeah, I second that because I wasn't really sure if it was lo-fi or hi-fi. It was a blend and best of both worlds.
Mhm.
And you want to have a clear direction of where you're going. So yes, I second 29 as well. What about you, Terry?
Let's say about a 28.
About a 28, Terry
28 out of
28.
30.
28 out of 30, 29 out of 30, 29 out of 30. Keep up the good work.
Yes. Thank you for the submission. Big Sleep.
All right. So, Terry, tell us what your plans are for your film and time frame. What is that looking like? How can we watch the series, and where can we find it?
So we're going to be filming the commercial to do the casting call. So we have to match up the pictures with the recipients to try to see if we can get a perfect match. You know how when you do life stories, it's important that you not only embody, like we were talking about with Sky, you not only embody the experiences, but you want to come as close as possible to the looks.
Gotcha.
So we're going to do a commercial next month, and we're going to air it through social media platforms.
Beautiful.
And
If
we'll
I
be
look like a
we'll be
character
doing
you
it.
need,
We'll be doing it.
I'm available.
So, what age range are you going to be looking for to help build the character's character?
So I think we're starting young. We're going to start from 12th grade to probably about 25.
Okay. So more teenage years.
More teenage
teenagers.
years, younger years,
Okay.
young adults.
I
After
mean-
that, we're going to kick off and start training. After a 3-month period of time, we'll be filming, and we're going to do the making of it too. So it's going to be a lot of filming with not only training and coaching the actors, but talking to the recipients more. Because we have a complete team, not just the filming crew. We have a psychological team that are counselors and spiritual counselors and psychiatrists, because these people have to relive these experiences. And so the more you talk about them and coaching and you're reliving them, and we want to make sure everybody is mentally and emotionally okay
Yeah.
during this whole
Right.
process.
I mean, because you're opening a lot, and some people may not really understand where they have to go
Right.
and how deep they got to pull out. And do they have the courage?
And it's a lot. I did do it. I am a recent graduate of MPI, and I did my story in school.
So, what is MPI?
MPI is Motion Picture Institute.
Motion Picture. Did y'all hear that? Motion Picture.
Motion
Institute.
Picture
It's
Institute
movies.
in
So that
Michigan.
means she in Michigan. So that means she has credentials to actually do the film, and that's what's remarkable about Terry Hughes is that she took the time to invest in herself, to invest in others, and that's a beautiful thing.
Definitely.
Yes.
If you are just now tuning in, guys, you are watching the LadyLove and Hitman E Live Music Underground Review Show on WJZZ Cool TV, streaming live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch,
And all
and
other.
YouTube. That's the one. That was the one.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's one more. It's one more. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. We appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you like, comment, follow, and subscribe just so we know you are engaged so that we can engage back and bring the underground to the forefront.
Yes. And if you all love what you see, make sure that you like, follow, share, and subscribe to our personal YouTube channels. Mine is LadyLove Music. LadyLove is one word. Music is the second word.
Very
You can
easy to
also
follow.
find me on Facebook as well with LadyLove one word, music second word. We would love for you to follow and comment and see what we're doing. My website is also www.ladylovemusic.com.
That's all
Um,
one word.
Yes, and that's all one word. And if you would love to send an email to ladylovemusic at IamLadyLoveMusic.com. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to connect and share. Hitman, what about your platform? How can people follow you?
Well, you can find me on all social media platforms at MV Hitman. Social medias, that's only for that. As far as music goes, you can find me on all platforms under Hitman space E. Very simple, very easy
Beautiful.
to follow.
Yes. And if you would love to send a love donation, we are accepting love donations. You can Cash App at not hashtag, but dollar
Hashtag.
sign Nicolette Nicola for Lady Love. And then what is your Cash App?
Oh, it's all the same Cash App.
Oh, okay. We'll just tell them again because they may not have remembered.
Nicolette Nicola, that's 2 T's. Nicolette Nicola.
Oh, you do. Oh, they gonna send it to me. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay,
yeah,
yeah. So
yeah.
we'll take it all. We'll take it all. We'll take it all. So we're gonna play our featured artist, Sky
Once
Covington.
Again, Sky Covington and Strange Fruit.
Strange Fruit.
I love this song. She's looking for me. It's 46. Oh, it's 43 in a row. So this would be perfect time.
Sun, dream,
Speaking
Featured
of
artist
our
of the
featured
week.
Hello.
artists, hello, Sky Covington.
Hello, can you hear us?
Are you able to hear us, Sky?
Yes, I can hear you.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
We are elated. We are full. We are grateful to hear your beautiful sound of rhythm. We were just listening to an audience. Covington does this song. She pours her whole soul
Yes.
in this song. Sky, come. Can you please tell us a little bit about you? And after you tell us a little bit about you, can you talk about that amazing song and the rendition of Strange Fruit?
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear us, Sky?
Yes, dear.
Yes. Can you tell us a little bit about you and what puts you into that mode of singing Strange Fruit?
Oh my goodness. Well, a little bit about me.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, well, I'm a Detroiter through and through. I've been living in Detroit for most of my life, and I am the founder of the Preservation of Jazz, uh, and I am also the founder of Club Detroit Day. And music has become my source of healing and my source of giving and gifting um, to everyone that I can. And I'm just extremely grateful that Yah has given me a gift to share.
That is beautiful. How long have you been singing?
How long have I been singing?
Yes.
Well, I've just turned 51 in April, so it's
51.
I was
Wow.
been performing now since my 20. Think about maybe 19.
Since 19. That is
Yes.
astonishing. Tell us about how why you chose the song Strange Fruit. We were just really blessed by that song. Can you tell us a little bit
Um,
while we have a little bit
well,
more
Strange
time?
Fruit. I've been performing Billie Holiday now for almost 22 years, and the Strange Fruit it's been a prickly thing on my side as far as performing it. I just recently started performing it for the Satin Down Review, of course, but because it's necessary, and we just have to do those things. And like Billie Holiday, I just wanted to. I feel a strong need um, to to bring to the light um, the the hurt and the pain that we all go through, and that song kind of amplifies that. And it was just a necessary song to sing. I shy away from it sometimes, but it's just really necessary in this time.
It really is.
Definitely.
I mean, it's what
It's
you're
a beautiful
doing.
song.
Yes, and you really pour your heart into it, and every time I hear you do it, I mean, it brings me to my feet, and it makes me weak. Terry is like she putting tears on her face, you know.
Oh, hello, Terry. Hello, Queen.
Hello,
Hello,
Queen.
Queen. I didn't give you a proper hello, but thank you.
Yes. Well, it's an honor to have you here. Can you just tell us a little bit what inspired you and who inspires you the most?
Well, it changes. It changes every about every 7 years. It changes. Um, First, I was inspired by like Stevie Wonder and of course Billie Holiday, and then I was inspired by just traveling and looking for compassion. So anything that any artist that was talking about love and self and construction and all that. And so now I think what's inspiring me is my Heavenly Father, the Most High,
Yes.
that I do understand that I'm to be a virtuous woman. I'm to be a community. I'm to be selfless. It's not about me, and so that's what's driving my work, my spirit, and my music is the inspiration from the Most High.
Well, we are honored that you have chosen to say yes. You know, that's a choice, and you said yes. I know we have to
Yeah.
close because the show is coming to an end. But I wish I could ask you some more questions.
Well, I can come back. I would love to come back.
Oh, we would love to have you back, Sky. Please come back again. But everyone, you are watching the Lady Love and Hitman E Underground Music Review Show, and you were just hearing Sky Covington, and also our beautiful guest, Mrs. Terry Hughes. We would love to see you again, and thank you ever so kindly for being a part of the show and telling us who you are. Terry, thank you so much for coming.
Thank
We would
you.
love to have you back. And Sky, thank you for calling in and being the featured artist. We would love to continue to play your music, but Lady Love brings the heat to them.
Lady Love Heat.
Mm,
Lady
thank
Love
you.
Heat.
And
All
until
right. Peace
next
to you.
time,
Thank you guys for coming. Thank you
thank
guys
you.
for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you all.
Absolutely. Everybody, you all take care.